Hello YouTube, today I'll be teaching you how to clean your Tippmann 98 Custom. So let's get started. First, you are going to want to remove the barrel just by turning it. Okay. Now this thing, which is you press down on the sight, over, then pull it back. It's off. Okay. Now you're going to have to remove 6 screws, which will be the grip screw, this top screw where the sight is, this back screw, this screw, and this screw. So, let's do that. Okay, after you get every screw out, you need to take off the grip, which is done just by pulling on it. But also, pretty much every screw is the same size except this front one. This one right there. That one is this long one. So, just make sure you don't get that mixed up and you'll be good. Okay, after you get all the screws out, you're going to want to take this out. And if you have never cleaned your gun before, that is kind of hard to do. So I'm going to do that off camera so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do that. After I got that out, that you just lift up straight. And that's okay if that thing just comes down, then you'll just put it right back in. But this is, yeah. Okay. And whenever you take it off, a few things will fall off, like the back sight and the front sight, which is kind of harder to get on. You'll see this screw falls out. I mean, not screw, spring and the sight. I'll show you how to get that back on after whenever we reassemble it. Okay. And also, one thing you want to remember, to keep this thing always facing that way, or else you'll be chopping a lot of paintballs. So anyway, you're going to want to remove this right here just by pulling it back, and then you're good. And now you can pull this out. Oh, don't forget this. Now you can pull this out, grease it down, spray some oil on it. I already did that, so I'm not going to. You can also put some oil on this baby. And I wouldn't mess with the trigger system if all you're doing is cleaning these parts, because the trigger is kind of difficult and why mess with it. So pretty much after that you are pretty much done. So reassembly of the gun. Okay, let's start with the front sight, which this thing is kind of a killer if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, let's see if I can get a good shot. You're going to want to put this piece in this smallest hole that it'll fit in. Then you're going to want to take the spring right here and set it down, set it in there like this. Kind of hard to do. Okay, like that. And then you're going to want to take your front sight, put it in here, and then put it like this. And sometimes it slips out like that. That's just fine. Then you just push it down and it'll lock right in. So not too hard. Okay, after you get all that fun stuff done, I guess you can say fun, you're going to want to put this thing back in, which sometimes doesn't fall out, but it did for me. So you just kind of pop this in like that, and then this comes up like this. All good. Now you're going to want to put your back side in, which faces back like this. There we go. Okay, now for the parts inside. You're going to just want to put that in this middle hole. Put this down here. But first, you're going to want to put this in. So this hole, so this thing can go through this. So put it in there like that. Just kind of push this in. Make sure it is in all the way. That would be bad if it's not in all the way. So then you take this little part, if you can see it, and you attach it to this hole right here. And then this one right here. That's all in. Make sure all your parts are down before you start throwing the thing back together. And everything's looking good right here. So now, I would go with putting the back in first, and then the front. Okay, everything's in. Now all you have to do is take your screws and put them all back in. So, here we go. And make sure not to have them too tight that it's going to strip the bolt or the inside part. That would not be good. Okay. Now, you take this front grip, slide it right in. Then you just put that screw in, and then last part, well, at least I always save for last, is this baby. Just push it on, and then you should be good. Thanks for watching, guys.